Hey guys, VideoJames, and this is going to be how to use Lycanroc. And I'm going to be focusing on one Lycanroc form at a time when I do the videos for him. Just because, A, I don't really like the Lycanroc Midnight form. I feel like it's not as good as the Lycanroc Midday form. And that it just seems better because Midday and Midnight are kind of whole different sets of move pools and all that. So, today we're going to be focusing on the Midday Lycanroc, and when we look at its abilities, we see Kenai and Sandrush. Sandrush, kind of great. Kenai, okay, we get the useless bird ability. And then we have the hidden ability Steadfast, which in all honest opinion, Sandrush sometimes comes in more handy. But that's really only if you're running a sand team, and nowadays most people are trying to run the hail teams just because of stuff like Alolan Vulpix and Alolan Sandslash just getting the snow warning and then getting that slush rush. And I think Beartic has slush rush too now. And anyway, when we look at Lycanroc Midday, it's just pure rock. In fact, I think they're both pure rock. Which means, unfortunately, we are getting that 2x weakness to water, grass, and ground, as well as fighting and steel. Now that's a lot. That's a lot to be getting hit by. But then we do also have that resistance to normal, fire, poison, flying, basically a lot of stuff that we're going to end up seeing, because we're going to end up seeing a lot of fire types just to speed up the game, speed up the meta, and we're going to be seeing a lot of poison types trying to get rid of all the fairies that are existing. And then when we look at what he's going to hit super effective, with being pure rock, we see he's going to hit rock, or no, rock doesn't hit rock super effective, that he's going to be hitting bug super effective, he's going to be getting that super effective hit on flying, and he's going to be getting that super effective on ice and fire. I'm not sure about poison. I don't think rock is super effective on poison, but it might be. And with Lycanroc's moveset, we also have sometimes, well, most of the time, some access to killing stuff like grass, steel, and ice again. That he gets some moves that involve fire types, some moves that involve, I think he gets a fighting type move at some point. Yeah, he gets Brick Break. And then when we look at the evolutionary strain, in order to get Lycanroc Midday, you have to evolve him at level 25 during the daytime. And this always confused me because I thought that the little symbol above level that you can see, that little symbol that looks like the game icon, I thought that meant it had to be in that game to evolve into that form. No, it just means it has to evolve during that time. So, level 25, it has to evolve during the daytime or nighttime, depending on what you want. And then, when we go down in the move pool, we see it gets its signature ability, Accelerock, which a lot of Pokemon in 7th Gen are getting signature abilities, and Accelerock just being another Sucker Punch that the user smashes into the target at high speed and always goes first, with it having only a 40 base power and 100% accuracy. Well, that's kind of fair. You can kind of deal with that. And then we got stuff like Quick Guard, Protect from Priority. We've got Rock Tomb, Rock Slide, Stealth Rock, Crunch, Stone Edge, which is actually really good with the Midnight form, because it has the No Guard ability. And then when we look at the TMs and HMs, we see not that much difference, that we got Bulk Up now, Toxic, Taunt, that we have Brick Break, Facade, which is actually really good. We've got Rock Tomb, and again, we've got Stone Edge, we've got Swords Dance now. Again, with the Rock Slide, we do get Swagger. And then we just get access to Substitute and Snarl. Sorry, my upper lip's been bothering me all day. And then we see the egg moves, Thunder Fang, Fire Fang, and Sucker Punch. I think that's going to be a kill, because when we see Fire Fang, we instantly think, okay, that's something to take out a Skarmory with. And then we've got Sucker Punch for that priority, and then just Thunder Fang, again, something else to hit that Skarmory with. And then when we look at Lycanroc's Midday stats, we see that we've got the 115 base attack, and the 112 base speed. Now that's actually really good, because you're going to be outspeeding a lot. That with 355, you're going to be getting somewhere in the top 50 range. And with the attack being at 115, if you decide to max invest in the speed, you'll still be hitting a 329 even with a neutral nature. And then when we go into Showdown, we see that Lycanroc just completely meant to outspeed everything. Ah, come on, you stupid. Nobody. There we go. Now if I can get back to the team. Don't go into the wrong team. There we go. No, I didn't say move. I said EVs. So, when we see the first Lycanroc set, we have a Life Orb Steadfast set. And you can always put on Sandrush instead of Steadfast. I put Steadfast because I don't really use any Sandstorm Pokemon. Just because I feel like the only way to safely set that up is with Sandstream. And I don't really like using many Sandstream Pokemon. Because the only few that I ever really think about using are stuff like Tyranitar and I think Steelix has Sandstream. No, Steelix doesn't have Sandstream. Who else has Sandstream? I don't know. Anyway, we see this Lycanroc basically just physical hitter. That we've got Life Orb, extra damage, a little bit of health loss every turn. That's okay. That we've got Stone Edge, Fire Fang, Sucker Punch, Accelerock. Stone Edge just there for that high damage and critical hit chance. Fire Fang, again, super effective against stuff like Skarmory, Decidueye, and then we have stuff, Sucker Punch and Accelerock, just for the outspeed, that we have the priority, and we're going to be able to take them down. And, like I said, if you don't like Life Orb, there are other items you can give him. Mainly, the two items I would think about giving him would be Choice Band, just because of that extra attack, but you can only select the first move, or a Focus Sash, just in case you're scared of getting one hit by something. But, since it's an item, you can basically just put it on whatever you want and keep the moveset the same way. And then, looking at its EVs and IVs, basic kind of standard sweep set that, with Lycanroc having terrible defenses, we're not really going to be getting much in the way of sustain. That we're going to have 65 in both defenses and only 75 in the HP. So we're not going to be hitting that much resistance. And we just want to max out the attack and max out the speed, and then just throw on Jolly Nature just to get that speed at the max we can get it before we get the Sand Rush. And like I said, Sand Rush or Steadfast, either ability works fine, because a lot of flinch Pokemon exist. There are a lot of fake out Pokemon that do show up, like Togedemaru, and I think Sableye still gets fake out. Yeah, Sableye still gets fake out. And the next one we have, I like to call the Status Woe set, just because it is absolutely bonkers when it gets to the status set. So, when we see this one, we see Sand Rush ability, that you're going to want Sand Rush on this one, just to make it fast as you can, just make it as fast as all heck. And then we got stuff like Swords Dance, Facade, Sucker Punch, and Accelerock. And we think, okay, I see where you're going with this. And then we throw on the Focus Sash, get the attack and speed. And the idea behind this is you want to get a status on you, that if you're in a single battle and you have something that keeps statusing your other Pokemon, send out Lycanroc, get the status, and then just Swords Dance into the Facade. And then if that doesn't kill it, just Sucker Punch and Accelerock. And then the Focus Sash, just there for the sustain, because with Swords Dance, you're going to want to be able to take that turn, if they do manage to land a hit, or if they're using a Paralyze kind of thing. And again, if you don't want to use a Focus Sash, you can use something like, what's good for this set? I would say probably Life Orb. That's really the only safe item I can think of. Because if you try and give him a Choice Band, you're only going to be doing one thing. And then if you give... Well, I guess you can give him a Choice Band. No, because Choice Band would limit it. Anyway, when we look at its attack and speed, same set as before. Just max out the attack and the speed and throw on a Jolly Nature. That most of the time you're going to be seeing that speed investment, that you're going to be seeing it maxed all the way out, just because Lycanroc's attack kinda not as important as outspeeding what you can. And then when we move on, we see we've got a double battle set. This is a set that I'm not sure many people would want to use, because it's mainly meant for double battles and just hitting two Pokemon at once, and that's kinda against how some people play. But we see we got Rock Slide, get that 2-hit plus the flinch possibility. That we've got Sucker Punch and Accelerock, again, just for the priority and damage. And then we've got Fire Fang, just to kill any Skarmories or anything that we don't want on the field. And Again, same investment for the EVs and all that. Same nature and same item. Basically, when you see Lycanroc, you're going to be seeing a lot of the same stuff. That most of the time you're going to be seeing a speed boosting nature, or you're going to be seeing something with Focus Sash or something with Life Orb. Because when we see Lycanroc, we think frail. This thing's not going to take a hit. So we want to get it as fast as possible and make it take a hit. But with Life Orb, sometimes we can just take people out and not have to worry about taking a hit that will outspeed most Pokemon and will still be getting some decent damage on them and possibly killing them. And then, moving on, this is just a few possible other moves that we can put on them. That we've got Bulk Up, Roar, Substitute, Taunt. These moves I didn't really think could be going into a set. That there's not really many sets that can run this and survive. I mean, there was the slight possibility that there could be a tank Lycanroc set, but that didn't really seem to work out in the simulations. That when I tried it earlier, it didn't really run. That it didn't keep itself alive like you would expect a tank or two. And then when we look at other moves that it can get, we see that we've got, where are we at? Taunt. That we've got stuff like Double Team, just get some evasiveness up. Quick Guard for priority, if you see your opponent's trying to get a lot of priority. You could give him Swagger or Thunder Fang, but honestly, I think Fire Fang is actually better in terms of Fang moves. But anyway, that's going to be it for how to use Lycanroc. Again, basically just a sweeper Pokemon. That you're just going to be outspeeding everything. But anyway, hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, go ahead and slap the like button. And if you do have any suggestions for other Pokemon in the future, let me know down in les comments. And I will see you guys in the next video.